Hello my friends, happy Monday and welcome to the Daily Creative Challenges in Adobe Illustrator. I'm your host Julia Masalska. This is a pre-recorded session. I'm actually somewhere else right now, but I'm hoping you guys all are still going to have a lot of fun with this challenge. I'm super excited to do some amazing typography today with you guys in the poster. We're going to be working with a blend tool, and first of all, welcome everybody in the chat. Feel free to put your questions. There's still a live chat and we have some amazing mods that are going to be answering your questions. So yeah, let's jump right into this, my friends. First of all, if you are new here, make sure to join us on bit.ly/AI Discord. This is where you can submit your artwork, and this is where you can get feedback from our amazing mentors and also from other creatives. There are about 45,000 creatives there, and it's definitely a safe space for us to communicate and to get to know each other, to see each other's challenges and so on. You can also get some really amazing tips there. So let's take a quick look at that channel, what it looks like. So this is what our channel looks like, and here in the feedback section, the challenge hashtag, you can submit your designs for your daily creative challenges. So this is what we are going to be where we are going to be submitting our designs. So here we have a design by Mariana. Super amazing, great job Mariana. I think it looks really amazing, and you did a really great job here with a really cool sketchy texture custom type. Awesome. So friends, today we are going to be working on a poster, and this is our daily creative challenge page that you can check out. It's on behance.net/challenge/illustrator. And here you can see all the new challenges that are popping up. And if you just join us for the first time today, make sure to check out the past challenges. And if you feel like doing even more, you can scroll down and see the challenge series previous to our typography series. All right, so today is Monday, April 5th. And today we're going to be working with a 3D letter. So we're going to be creating a typography with 3D. And we are not going to be using the 3D tool, but the blend tool for that. And we're going to see how amazing the blend tool, can be to create some three-dimensionality in your design. Cool. So here you can click Get Started and download the starter file. So make sure to check out the starter file, and this is what it looks like. Where's my Illustrator? There it is. So feel free to check out the Illustrator file here. And just have to keep the time in mind. All right, so this is our Illustrator file, the starter file that I've prepared for you and only for you. And you can feel free to use this file also for other designs that you want to create. All the files that I'm creating for you for the starter files you can use royalty free. You can use them for other work that you want to create. All right, so here we already have our amazing letter R. And by the way, if you get a window that says that some of the typefaces are not activated on your computer yet, make sure to go onto either on fonts.adobe.com or click onto activate fonts, and those fonts will be activated from our font book. And that you can find if you go onto be.net, fonts.adobe.com, and this is our fonts page. So here you can browse fonts, and here you can see an amazing font library. Of course, feel free to use your own fonts, the ones that you prefer. And here I was looking for something that says flowers, and here you can add your sample text. So let's say we can also use that to kind of see how our letter R will look like. So here you can type in R, and here you can see all the different R's that you can design with. You can also go for something a little bit more complex here with the Carol Gothic regular. To activate a font and to have it available in your Illustrator, you can simply activate font, and then once it's turned blue, you'll be able to access this same font in Illustrator. So all right, another cool thing is that I would recommend you to use is the properties panel. So once you get familiarized with Illustrator, you probably want to set up your own workspace. So properties is a very important panel that I always keep open. The properties panel always shows you only the tools that you need to know or you need to see to create something that you are, like for example, right now I have the R selected, so Illustrator knows I want to work with typography. And now Illustrator shows me different character styles, paragraph styles, area type, and align tools. So everything that I need to possibly have for my typography tool right now. All right, so right now what we're going to be doing is I'm going to outline this R and we're going to create some dimensionality, okay? So first of all, let's create an outline with Command Shift and O. Now you can see that our R was translated into a vector object. So if we zoom in, we will be able to access the vector points in this one. Feel free to customize the R if you like. Feel free to move around some points and play around with the R. By the way, let us know in the chat if you all are participating in the 36 Days of Type Challenge, which is a really amazing challenge if you want to strengthen your typography skills. Let us know in the chat. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be working with the blend tool. And the blend tool is truly an amazing tool. It does magic. So let me show you a quick example of what the blend tool can do. Right now I'm selecting an ellipse, which can also be a circle if we hold Shift and drag it like this. Now, if we add a gradient into our circle and create a little blend, we can create some really cool stuff. So let's create a gradient inside this circle like that. Now we can click into our the two colors that are part of our gradient. So let's say the left side we want to have this pink color, and the right side we want to have this red color, right? So we have a gradient now that translates from pink to red, and now we can move this little cursor around, this little slider to spread the color either further to the red or further to the pink. All right, so let's create something like this. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create a copy of the circle, holding Option. I'm going to create a copy, and now let's create our first blend, and I'm gonna tell you right now that you're going to be blown away. So I'm holding Shift and selecting both of these objects, and now I'm going into Object, Blend, Make. So now I have created a blend, and the blend basically is a transition from one object to the other. Right now we have a two-step transition from this circle to this circle. Now what I can do is I can edit these options, and I can go in and edit my blend because I want to create something way more interesting than this, right? So I'm gonna go into Object, Blend, Blend Options, and once I go into Blend Options, make sure that the preview is activated, because then you can see what exactly is happening here once you made some changes. So here we can either create a smooth color between two objects, or we can create specified steps. So this is what we want to do. We want to create specified steps, and we want to create about 200 of those, because we want to create a smooth transition from one circle to the other. All right, so now we have this really cool kind of warmy looking texture here, and it already looks super three-dimensional because of the color that it has, right? So the same thing that we have here, you can even make even crazier, right? So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create myself something that's called a spine, basically a direction for my design to flow, right? So as you can see, the spine, I'm gonna make it red for you so you can see it's like a wave basically that I've created myself. Now if we select these two objects, and we're gonna go back into Object, Blend, and here we can click Replace Spine, and check this out. How cool is that? So we can create ourselves some really amazing, cool designs. And also what you can do is you can create yourself a letter this way, right? So if we're gonna go back, we can make the spine actually being a letter. So instead of just drawing a regular wave, we can take the pencil tool and draw ourselves a really cool R, which you can feel free to do. And again, I'm going to select this R that I just drew with my pen tool, my pencil tool, like super easy, holding Shift, and I'm selecting these two objects again. I have my design basically here, the way I want my R to look, and I also have my spine, which is my R. And again, I'm going into Object, Blend, replace spine, and look how cool this is, how cool and three-dimensional this R is. Now you can of course feel free to use this, but I wanted to show you guys a little trick. So of course you can also go in here and you can still edit the two circles. So let's say we want to make this one just a little bit slimmer and make our R just a little bit less bold. So we can totally work on that and create something really cool out of this. Now if we zoom in, we can see that the steps are actually visible. So what our goal is just to create this very cool transition and make it so as smooth as possible, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually add a couple more steps. So again, I'm going into object, blend, and blend options, and here instead of 200 I'm going to make 500 steps. All right, and now we can see as we zoom in, it's way smoother already, and this is already looking super cool. So feel free to use this R for your poster if you like, but what we can also do is we can also create three-dimensionality with the R that we already had. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to size it up a little bit, and whenever I size things up, I make sure that they are sized proportionally. So I want to hold shift, and I also usually hold options so that my resizing activity is kind of fixed in the middle and also proportionate, right? Because if I don't hold anything, my R can go crazy like this and I might lose the proportion that I want to keep. All right, so we want to make the R just a little bit bigger. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something similar like what we did with our circles. So we are going to hold option and drag another copy of the R over here. And this R, we are going to make it very dark. We're going to make it black, in fact. And we could also make it exactly the same color as the background. That might be even better. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the eyedropper tool, and it's the key I on your keyboard. All right, so I'm clicking I, or actually I think we had a transparency here, so let's just keep it in black. And let's make sure that our white R is in the front and our black R is in the back. So I'm right clicking, arrange, bring to front, and now I can select both the R's, and I'm going back into my object, blend, make. All right, and now we have this really cool three-dimensionality effect that makes our R looks as if it's a 3D object, right? So how cool is that? And we can also go in and we can change the color of the R in the background. So I have to double click on the R, make sure that I have the background R selected, and here I can select a different color for it. So for example, this pink. So feel free to play around with colors here. I think there is so much potential, and we can even go in and make some really cool stuff here. So all right, let's put it in maybe like in a nice red tone, just like that. All right, so look how cool is that, and how glowy is it? Or maybe we can even take a lighter version of the pink. Let's see. Okay, so let me close this one real quick. Again, I'm double clicking on the color and I'm going into the more pink color and the lighter version of pink. So that can also be something for you to try out. And now let's create ourselves some cool shapes in the background. And again, the blend tool is super cool for that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a couple lines that we are going to be combining with a pencil, with the blend tool. So right now I'm using the pencil tool right here, and make sure to double click on the pencil tool and set it to nice and smooth, because that will give you really nice, smooth, wavy lines that you can then combine. All right, so I'm clicking OK here, and I'm going to make sure that I can see the line that I'm designing, which I can see if I have my stroke set into any color that will differ from my background, right? So now it's the light pink, and my fill color is set to no color, right? So this is what we want to do. And right now I'm just going to draw two wavy lines that are going to be looking slightly different. All right, and now I'm going to select both of these, again holding shift, selecting one line, selecting the other line, and then I'm going to go back again into object, blend, make. Look how cool is that? And automatically Illustrator has created only 4 steps here, but I'm going to go in and adjust it, of course, because I want to make that blend way more exciting. And for that, I go back into my blend options again, and here I'm gonna go into my specified steps, and I'm going to make a lot of them, maybe like 100. All right, so I can create myself this really cool kind of three-dimensional looking almost background. And as you can see that, you know, the closer we put the lines together, the more we get this like 3D effect. So let's try out and add more lines in between so that we can really benefit from this 3D look. Right, so again, I'm going into options, blend options, and here I'm gonna go ahead and make them 300. All right, so this will give us this super complex, you know, creation here. And once we move around the lines, we can see that we can create ourselves this really cool texture that we can put into our background. And I'm going to, holding Shift and Option, I'm going to size it down a little bit and just place it into the background. This could be our design element. And now I want to put the R to the front, so I'm right-clicking, Arrange, bring to front. So now we have this really cool three-dimensional looking R and this really nice blend of lines that we have created in the background. So how cool is that? So now that our poster is done, whether you select this R or this R, feel free to export your poster and go onto File, Export, Export As, and here we want to make sure that we click on Use Artboards. That is really important. Use Artboards, and here we're gonna go and export it as a JPEG. Of course, you can feel free to use a PNG. Usually that file size will be a little bit better resolution, but I'm gonna use a JPEG for now because I don't want to overload Discord too much. And I'm clicking export, and here the resolution should be set at 150 ppi. 72 is actually the regular screen size, but I want to make sure in case someone tries to zoom into my image that it's still not pixelated. Here, an important thing is also that the color mode is set to RGB and not CMYK. Why? Some of you might already know that that RGB is digital color and CMYK is our amazing print color. And here you can also set to grayscale, but that's not what we want. All right, so cool. So we have our resolution set to medium, 150 pixels per inch, and I'm clicking OK. Now I have exported my artboard. And what is actually my artboard? You can see that, you can see your artboards in your artwork. It seems like we have one artwork here and one artwork here, but once we click here on our artboard tool, we will be able to see that we only have one artboard. And I have already set up the file for you in the way where you can basically, you know, not do anything wrong, because I've only set up one artboard, and this artboard will for sure be exported and nothing else, right? The only thing you have to make sure again is when you export, File, Export, Export As, make sure to click on to Use Artboards, because if you don't do that, I want to show you what comes out of this. It will be a big, you know, chaos of artboards. So let me see if I can find it real quick here. So this is what it will look like if you export it without selecting the artboard, select artboards function. So your whole workspace will be exported. All of your experiments on the side, your challenge letter here that I've created, everything around it will be exported as well if you don't select the export artboard feature. So definitely make sure when you export, go into File, Export, Export As, and click onto Use Artboards, right? So awesome. And again, I'm clicking Export, and I have already exported that, so I'm just gonna cancel for now. So let's jump into our Discord and let's see what is going on, where I can post it, how I can post it, and how you can basically participate in the challenge. All right, so let's see. Here we have our Discord channel. Again, here is a quick link for you. There we go, bit.ly/AI Discord. And you can also access the link beyond here, underneath the video. And yeah, join us there, join us and submit your artwork. Let us see what you're creating, what you're working with. And we have also amazing mentors here. We have Colby, we have Andrew, we have Jack, we have myself and Randall, and we also have some Adobe peeps here, Gus, Paul, and Tim. And we have some amazing other creatives that are super experienced already. Some of them are experienced, some of them are just starting out. So don't be shy, don't feel scared. This is a safe space for us to share our work. So let's take a look at some of the past challenges that we have created. We have here one with type on a path. If you have not done this, type on a path is also a really cool tool. Definitely recommend experimenting with. Here we have a challenge submission by Katarina. Katarina has created a quote on a path. This is our challenge from Friday, and this is super, super cool. Never try, never know. Also another amazing work by Bunny. Here we also have Tian Cardoso with some amazing logo designs. Okay, and here we have, so we have Mariana, who could not stop playing with distorting the fonts, and Mariana actually created a whole font based off this. And look how cool is that? This actually reminds me of today's challenge. Looks like Mariana was using the blend tool here as well. So this is super, super awesome. And also Mariana has created this in shape design, so that's super cool as well. All right, so make sure to submit your artwork here. And I had so many questions, people asking me how to submit the artwork, and it's super easy. And you know what you actually have to do? The only thing you have to do is take your exported file and drop it into the browser. Oh, now my file is too powerful because I had put in the file where I had exported all my workspace. So make sure to drag and drop your file just off the artboard that you have exported, right? So make sure this is one way. And another way is here at the bottom, you will see where you can type the message. You will see this little plus button. So once you click that, you will also be able to access and select your files. So this is also a way for you to access your submission and to post it into the Discord channel. All right, friends, it's time for some questions. We have our friendly mentors who are going to answer them for you. Thank you so much, everybody who just joined us. And if you have any last minute questions and you joined us on YouTube, make sure to head over to be.net/live. This is where we have the live chat and people chatting and asking questions. So that's the place, and also for future streams. All right, cool. So friends, make sure to submit your daily creative challenge. And we have some other things here also in our panel. As you can see, we have some pro tips, we have a page for inspiration, we have a page for new for graphic design, and you can also go in and introduce yourself into our chat introductions. We have all of these amazing people who are just saying hi, so feel free to introduce yourself, make some friends. Here you can also submit your portfolio for a review, so people will you know, give you some feedback, and maybe you get discovered by the Adobe Live team and they will love your work. You know, things happen. And also another thing that I wanted to mention, my friends, so once we go onto Behance and we go on to Discover, we are able to see past projects that people submitted for the Daily Creative Challenges. So the hashtag for that is AI Daily Challenge. So if you are submitting your work into a Behance project, make sure to definitely use the hashtag AI Daily Challenge, right? So here we have some poster design in Adobe Illustrator. It's also a challenge that I did. That was a super fun one as well. So here we have some really cool designs for posters that are made by Marvin Laguerre. Marvin has done an amazing job here, and Marvin also got featured in Illustrator. So this is your chance to get featured on Behance. And here we have some more isometric type for a planner, hosted by Claudia, Adobe Creative Challenge. This is also a really cool challenge submission here. Awesome. So what I recommend for you to do is make yourself a whole Behance project with all of these challenges that we're doing, and then post it onto your Behance. And let's see, maybe the Adobe Illustrator team will recognize you, or maybe the Adobe Live team will see your work and will feature it. So this is super cool. Also feel free to check this out on Behance, and yeah, give each other some support, give each other some good feedback. Yeah, friends, so I'm really excited to see all of your submissions in Discord. I promise I'm going to be on Discord, and I'm there right now actually. So I'm going to see you there, my friends, and yeah, make sure to submit it. Make sure, even if you're feeling shy, maybe if you're feeling not ready, maybe if you're just a beginner, just go into the Discord. Here again, the link for you. Here it is, bit.ly/AI Discord. Go there and, you know, just hang out, just see, maybe that will encourage you actually to create something new for yourself, and maybe to participate in that challenge. Also, if you are posting any of your work on Instagram, check out my Instagram, also Julia Masalska. Make sure to tag me and also use the hashtag AI Daily Challenge. I'll definitely take a look and I'll give you some feedback. So yeah, I'm super excited to see what you all are going to do. And of course, make sure to stay tuned for Adobe XD. There's going to be an amazing stream with Andrea. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Stay healthy, stay fit, and stay creative. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.